New video format for you guys today. I'm going to be telling stories about my life from as far as I remember to current events. I'm going to start a couple years back with the track and field day story. So we're going a couple years back, and when I was in elementary school, when we would go to the high school, which is right next door to our elementary school, and we'd go to their track, where we'd run around it with a bunch of the teachers there timing how fast we went around. That went on for several hours of the day, and it was generally good. You got out of class for a while, but there were several things wrong with it. For one, those benches that you would see around the track and whatever were steaming hot during the summertime. Now, we didn't have summer school. We did, but didn't use it. And it was hot out there during the beginning of summer. It would burn our hands if we were to touch them. They made us sit on those for hours after we were done. And to make the matters worse on how hot it was outside, it was like, 90 to almost 100 degrees outside. We had to run in the steaming hot heat, where we had no hats, because school did not allow hats. No one was wearing the sweatshirts, because otherwise they would die of a heat stroke. And it wasn't until two girls had a heat stroke and had to be sent to the nurse to cool off did we finally get to be moved into the shade and allowed drinks for a while to cool us down after we ran. The teachers back then were stupid, and it was mostly the phys ed teachers that were out there. There were some of the other teachers, like maybe one or two of the math teachers, out by the track timing us, doing their mathematics and whatever to figure out which kid ran the fastest around a certain amount of laps. And we finally got sent inside around, 12 o'clock, after running from around 8 to 10, 2 hours that we were out there in the sweating heat. Two kids passed out of heat stroke. They didn't die, they were fine the next day, but I honestly do not believe the teachers and cannot believe how stupid they were. I was not one of those kids who ever passed out of a heat stroke of years later, and I haven't ever passed out of a heat stroke, and I am glad. And I feel bad for those kids who have passed out due to heat stroke, or in worst case scenario died to a heat stroke in any way, if that was the case of any year of your school or anything like that during track day. And I wish you all a good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And I hope you enjoyed this newer set of video for you all. I will explain the OC in a later video. But for now, good night.